All right, I just got off the phone with Dana White, and we got to issue a quick correction on the breaking news that Conor McGregor will not fight Michael Chandler in his UFC return. Dana said there was a little misunderstanding in our exchange. That fight still may happen, but Michael Chandler is taking a fight first. He's getting a fight first, and it will be against Charles Oliveira in a 5-round co-main event at MSG. The Conor fight still may happen in the future, but Michael Chandler is taking that fight first. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Conor. He's not going to be back till 2025. But yeah, that is the correction. He may still fight Michael Chandler in his UFC return, but Chandler's taking a fight first.
Two minutes left.
All right, there you have it, boys and girls. I'm not even going to respond to Conor's stupid little tweet acting like I dipped. The simple fact of the matter is you are the most unreliable human being that has ever graced mixed martial arts. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fight Charles Oliveira. Why am I going to fight Charles Oliveira? Number one, it's a badass fight. Number two, it's a rematch. It's a redemption story for me. The dude who already stole from me, rightfully so, in a fight, in a fair fight. He stole my dreams, shattered my dreams of becoming UFC champion. Now I get the opportunity to fight Charles Oliveira, become the number one contender, and then I've got options. If Conor can finally get his house in order, if he can finally string together a couple of sober days, string together a couple of days where he's actually training and actually feeling good, and he can actually finally make good on his promise of the greatest comeback in combat sports history. If he can finally pony up, then I will fight Conor after I dispatch of Charles Oliveira. Or Islam Makhachev, you are next in 2025, and I will be the champion by 2025. So, to everybody who has supported me on this journey, it's been actually, it's been awesome. A lot of ups and downs. We knew booking the fight with Conor was going to be eventful, to say the least. But here you have it, MSG in November, me versus Charles Oliveira, co-main event, and I'm really, really excited about it. I've made this decision probably 4 weeks ago. Me and my wife, me and the team, me and the UFC, we sat down, and I'm not going to tell you what they told me when Conor's return date was, but it was very, very easy for me to say, hell no, I'm not waiting for this dude anymore. You know why? Because it's never a concrete date with Conor. It's never a concrete date. But just as Robbie Fox reported and kind of clarified, it's not that I am not Conor's next opponent. It's that he is not my next opponent. But I am Conor McGregor's next opponent. The only way he comes back to the UFC, that road goes straight through Nashville, Tennessee, and he's going to fight me because he has to prove to the entire world that he's not actually scared of me. And I've been very hesitant to say that because I don't want to sound like a douche, but the man signed a check with his mouth that his behind could not cash. And he realized, okay, I did the Ultimate Fighter, that was fun. Now, wait a second, I actually have to fight this guy. I truly believe that if Conor McGregor was lined up against anybody in the entire world whose name was not Michael Chandler, he would have showed up on June 29th, but he didn't. So, here we go. I've been in camp already. I've already been training. Weight is coming down. We're getting back to the roots of chasing that title. And I took a little pit stop called following this dream fight against Conor that obviously has not come to fruition, but here we are. That fight will still happen in 2025. We will and have to finish the Ultimate Fighter 31. But the simple fact of the matter is I am a fighter. I love and respect my fans and my supporters and my followers, and it's time to get back in there and get back to work. The boy is back, and we're chasing gold in 2025, and it starts in November at Madison Square Garden. Co-main event, John Jones versus Stipe, which is going to be the biggest card, the biggest fight of the entire year. Get pumped up, boys and girls. The boy is back. the most exciting, electrifying guy that you ever see step inside of the octagon. Conor McGregor, you're a poser. Get your house in order. Charles Oliveira, I respect the hell out of you. Can't wait to compete against you. See you in 60-something days. God bless. See you at the top.
You know, I got tested this evening. I got tested today by the Drug-Free Sport Agency. I'm the most tested athlete on the roster by more than twice the amount. I believe I'm tested maybe 13 times. The amount of seconds it took me to finish Jose Aldo, 13 times. And, you know, actually, funny enough, Jose Aldo was number 2 in the testing. I think he's been tested 6 times. So I've been tested more than twice all these other athletes, yet I struggle to get a date. So, you know, I've talked to Sheikh Turki and said, Sheikh Turki, can you assist me here? You know, as far as Chandler rematching Oliveira, I'm happy with the date. It's November. Maybe we can still do it after, if they're not going to line me out till maybe December, January, February, or one of these dates. You know, maybe we can still do it. I'm just a bit, you know, out of the loop with it, you know, so all I can do is carry on doing what I'm doing. You know, I test under the testing administration. I train daily, and you know, that's it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, it all comes to fruition.